You're tuned to the In the Know Breakfast Show with BRIMBANK Live on Live FM. I'm your host, AD. This show is all about showcasing the diversity of the BRIMBANK Council and its community and celebrating the people that make it the fantastic place it is. Speaking with me today is a very talented creative director and media whiz who contributes his skills and talents towards the BRIMBANK community. Welcome, Tim McCartney. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure. I appreciate being on BRIMBANK Live FM and having yourself interview me. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. Now, can we start off by you telling us who is Tim McCartney?
So, I guess a 31-year-old male living in Melbourne, Australia, that for the most part films music videos, but also is now involved in the community sector for the past few years, teaching and creating courses, and hosting a music video platform for which I'm trying to mix it all together and kind of make some sort of place for artists to go and to grow and to better their lives.
That's amazing. What inspired you to get down, to this line of work, to get into this line of work?
You could bring it back all the way to just being maybe a bit bored. In terms of, I was an only child, so, not bored, but it's just a bit like you don't have maybe a brother or sister that is annoying you or you have to deal with. So I would trace it back all the way to, the first childhood memories of just imagining things, like seeing something outside the window as you're driving and pretending there's something running along the side path next to you, and I could actually visualize it. Like I still can. I could just I could be looking right now here with you, and I could think about other things, but I don't do that because it's not very nice to the person.
You're focused. You're here with me.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it started from there, and that was probably like age 6 or 7, or just around 10 years old or so, and then from there, as I turned mid-teens, a digital camera started to be available for people to have, and my grandfather was an advocate of Canon cameras, and he always talked about the best ones, and I got one and was lucky enough to go to Peru when I was young, and I decided to start filming and taking photos, and I think from there I was just really excited about it all, coupled with the fact I was DJing and rapping as well. But I said, that's white boy, in Australia trying to make a rap career might not.
Hey, talent is talent. Easy. Doesn't matter what skin color.
But there's that as well. It's like, shit, I don't know if I want to climb that mountain just yet.
So you've been doing this for quite a while. Can you tell us some of the work that you've been involved with?
Yeah, so it's everything from music videos to, I've done weddings, product photography, portraits. I've had 3 studios before, and I've directed teams of up to 20, 30 people on set. But I guess you could just focus on the music videos. That's sort of something I've kept for the last 10 years pretty consistently.
Wow. Have you always been behind the camera? Have you ever tried your hand at being, in the spotlight?
Yeah, for sure, But generally when I arrive on set, I'm not really dressed to look the part or whatever. I just want to be tactical with it, So I'm just trying to wear like some comfortable clothing or some rugged things, But more and more people are asking me to be in the videos. And I'm like, Depends. Like that. For example, there was a wedding video where the artist goes to, he's going to get married. We said, he's all happy. His friends are there, and his bride to be, arrives, and then I was the pastor, reading out these things. So very excited to wed this couple. And next thing you know, she's taken off, and then he's looking at me like, "What happened?
What's going on?"
Yeah, I was like, cool. Brought the bad news to him, so
oh my goodness. Yeah. Best of both worlds. Can you tell me some of your highlights, some of your top highlights that you've had throughout your career so far?
Yeah, so it would be overseas, probably being able to film overseas and do work for international clients and artists and labels, things like that. So I'd say just sort of the things that are out of the ordinary, but more so now, I would say it's the development of like young kids, trying to make them, like see their vision. That fulfills me more. So I would, if we don't have to pinpoint some things, like working with like famous artists, that's cool. And just being around people who, you normally wouldn't hang out with on a regular basis.
Give us some name drop for us. Name drop some cool people you've been around.
T-Pain for like a week. I did a few videos for him.
Wow.
That was cool, just hanging out with him, even just one-on-one, just like in his hotel, just talking with him, It was like,
wow.
Yeah. He was showing me how he can edit videos, and I was like,
cool.
Not bad, but I think I still want to edit this video. So we filmed a video, like, and he edited it, and I was like, oh. But still, it's all right, He knows what's up. That's the cool thing.
Was he like approachable, or did he have like that superstar mentality? Like, don't look at me, don't talk to me.
Nah. He's the opposite. He's a really good person.
Down to earth.
Chris Brown was like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a shame he can't come to Australia.
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was. Yeah.
I know. And can you tell us, like, where there's high points, there's always low points in someone's life? What were some of, your biggest disappointments, you would say?
Just sort of not taking the time to do things properly, and then, things going wrong, like equipment-wise or organizational-wise. It's just like in life, you go, oh, yeah, I said I'll do this, but I ended up doing this instead. Like a poor decision. So just really like try not to lack too much, on myself or how I do things. And then that will correspond to success in my profession. So, I mean, even, that's why I've learned a lot with my peers and my mentors. Even Ralph, like making sure all the equipment is organized and everything. Like my whole kit has changed completely. Like I never use Pelican cases, or even I just use boxes and just put all these cables into one box and just really not, because I'm thinking, I can't be bothered, or I would just set up my camera so it's like I can film all day and don't have to worry about anything. But at the same time, then you miss out on opportunities using different lenses, different peripherals. So, I would say the low points is just not being organized and having, I guess, respect for yourself in a sense. Respect, make sure you have respect for yourself, and then you won't be disappointed and feel ashamed of even things that go wrong,
No, that's totally fair. So you've done all these international things, build up your profile. How did you get to working within the BRIMBANK community? From there to local?
So through a long-term partner of mine, business partner and associate, Mohammed. So he gave me an opportunity to teach some courses out in St. Albans Community House. And then I started there, and it was like a 4-hour a week filmmaking course. So I just dived into it pretty much and really connected up with the 8 students. They were really happy, and I actually have 2 students that are still with me all the way for like 2-3 years.
Wow. So you mentor them, or they work with you?
No. Well, I just hosted a weekly class.
Wow.
About photography,
Yeah.
And basically teaching them like everything to do with photography in terms of, technical, all the way to just having a chat and explaining about the meaning behind a photo. It's gotten pretty in depth, and we do weekly challenges and stuff like that. Now I'm going to be doing a lot more courses. And are you in BRIMBANK at the moment? Are you at the actual?
No, we're in Footscray.
You're in the Footscray play. Oh, so
studio.
Yeah, that's what. No, I'm just wondering because I'm actually. It's a question back to because I'm making a filmmaking course. The audio side of things, I was talking to Muhammad, who runs it, right? He's got a lot of audio equipment there, it seems. You know, you guys are really focused on the audio side of things as well, obviously video as well, but it's a consideration I'm thinking, because there's a lot of artists that you know, want a proper recording studio.
Yeah.
And I know how to mix and you know, do all that kind of stuff. So maybe after this, you can suss out with Muhammad the space as well, and we'll
Absolutely. So how do you think, you know, you contributing your talents and just your time to these kids have really impacted not just the children, but, you know, BRIMBANK as a whole?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it gets people doing things every week. It's like having some challenge. That's what I think. as I'm becoming who I am, Tim McCartney, you know, just starting to realize that, you know, you need these kind of challenges or purposes or set goals every week or every 2 weeks, or programs to keep you on track. So I think it's really helping the students have something to look forward to, something to do, and then also things to be proud of. And that just improves people's mental well-being, and also their general happiness levels and satisfaction levels. It's so good to feel satisfied, you know.
Definitely, and you can see the change that you're making firsthand. So it's always
their photos are
satisfying. Yeah,
your good photos. They're too good now. Like, they're becoming, you know, like.
Is it just photography? Or film as well? What do you, just photography?
Yeah, it's supposed to be filmmaking, but they all just said we just really like photography. So eventually I'm going to be reaching out, and there's actually another council that wants to, that has kids that I'll send them to Duke Street to do the filmmaking workshops, send them back. You know, I think it's going to be like, you know, there's the communities in the east side too, Dandenong raised, that I'm like, look, come down for the workshop. Like, I think this is what is important, not just, you know, BRIMBANK, of course, that's going to be the main partner for who I'm working with. But I think if we all kind of web it out, like, it's going to be fantastic. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Live FM will agree.
And that's the thing, like, BRIMBANK gives the opportunity and the platform for so many things to happen, and, you know, for so many pilots to run, and then if they're successful, you know, other places get to see it, east, west. Nice. So it's really nice. You're tuned to the In the Know Breakfast Show with BRIMBANK Live on Live FM. I'm your host, AD, and I'm joined with creative director Tim McCartney. So Tim, what would you say is your favorite thing about the BRIMBANK community?
Just the willingness for people to get involved and participate. I think it's really picking up now as well. And I think that this very open community and very accepting of all walks of life, all abilities and all circumstances, you can come together and everyone's on the same sort of level in terms of just approach and being welcomed. So I think that's the main thing that stood out for me, and everyone working there as well are very dedicated to ensuring that this continues and that the growth is definitely guaranteed in terms of the progression. So I think that that's the main positive sides to BRIMBANK that I would pick out.
Yeah. And is there anything that you'd like to see change?
To be honest, I think, not really right now, to be honest, because I think that we're on like I would say, I don't want to say roller coaster, but it's almost like we're climbing the mountain. You know, we've got all the right equipment, and we're digging. You know, we're making. There might be a little slip, but we're climbing in the right points, and we're supporting each other. If someone needs a help or a boost, there's others around. So we're all climbing this mountain together. I don't think we've reached the top where we can, you know, jump off and parachute down, or, you know, whatever, or snow or ski down the mountain. You know, where that'll come, and I think that'll come when everyone's like the programs are full, and it's really flourishing, and it's just cyclic. it's like a big cyclic process. It's happening over and over the seasons. That all that will happen. I think when that happens, I'd say then we're really on our way. But for now, we're climbing, and I think it's important, especially people like yourself, to just take leadership, and what you're doing is amazing. Working on a radio station and interviewing, and it's fantastic. And after the pandemic and everything closes up, finishes, coming together as well, and really like talking face to face in the studio environment, it's going to be really nice too.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you so much. That was super insightful. Now, is there anything we should be looking out for in the near future that you've been working on? And where can people see some of your work?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot coming out, but at the moment, I'd say just I'd probably even direct yourselves to my website. So that's basically tmcmedia.com.au, and that's got articles and little write-ups on artists, and just some of the videos there, some of the videos that like are more coherent with our progression and our story. So I think that, my website, I don't know, will you be linking that?
Yeah, we can do all of that. Do that just later on, because this doesn't air until July, so we've got plenty of time to promote you and your work. Where I heard a little thing about you being a cameraman in a film in Guyana. Where can we catch that? And how was that?
So you can't really catch it anywhere because it's a film. It's a feature film that the director Max decided, he's keeping it for a bit. He made an edit which is like a director's cut edit, but it definitely needs a commercial edit, which it could happen. But at the same time, it's a big job. So that was like a life-changing experience. That thanks to Max himself. Max, he got me over there, and I was the cameraman, I was the DOP, director of photography. So I was just sitting down half the time while all these people were just walking around, like changing the lights and doing this and that. And it was really, I learned so much that I learned too much on the job, but I also did a good job because I know how to get a good frame. So that's enough. But at the same time, it was fantastic. It was such a great learning experience.
So and Guyana, Guyana's in South America. How was it living in like that part of
That's awesome.
the world?
That's where my mum's from, so it was good to come back. Yeah, I've got a little bit of family friends still there, but most of them left to the US and Puerto Rico and Miami and Canada and what have you. It was really nice, to be honest. That was the first time I ever went to Guyana.
How long did you stay there?
1 month.
1 month.
And then I came back it was like 2-3 weeks. And then I came back in 2017 for cause the footage that I got they liked it. There was a company that was doing a tourism video for Guyana. And then I was asked to come, and I did. And that was a month. We went all over the country, Do
you recommend Guyana as the tourist spot?
Yes.
Yeah?
Of course.
Okay, I might have to check it out. Put it on my list. I never had that on my list before, but it's going on.
We got to go.
Thank you.
You might just, everyone goes there. You end up becoming a big Guyanese yourself,
Wow,
just
never come back.
You might have to come back, but you want to go back again.
Oh, man. All right. So I love finishing my show with asking 3 things that you're grateful for, just because this very moment in time, some people forget sometimes. Yeah,
I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for the opportunities that I'm receiving at the moment in terms of all of the courses and the abilities to help people, and just to, I guess, working for yourself, it's always like, just if you've got a way, then that's a real blessing. And my daughter, I'm just happy that she's happy and healthy and stuff. And that's nice. That's all I could ask for.
That's it. That's amazing. Well, you were tuned into the In the Know Breakfast Show with BRIMBANK Live on Live FM. I'm your host, AD, and I was speaking to the wonderful Tim McCartney. Thank you so much, Tim.
Well, it was my pleasure. Let's do it again.